This is the Ford Supercruiser, an electric bike partnership between Ford and Pedego Technologies. Been making electric bikes for many years out of Southern California, and they're known for their sort of cruiser-style e-bikes, and you can really see that influence here. And actually, in this case, the frame design is by Tony Ellsworth. He made a bike design called The Ride several years back, and they've sort of adapted it here, and you can see the battery, the motor. Let me just jump right in and explain what makes this bike go. So this is a 600-watt geared rear hub motor. Geared means it's going to have a little bit of extra torque, and it's sort of smaller, a little bit lighter. Actually, this bike is really light for an electric bike of this size. It's about 60 pounds. Driving this rear hub motor is this nice big 48 volt, 10 amp hour lithium ion battery with Samsung cells, and it can be removed. You can just twist this key here, pull on this handle, comes right off. And that's awesome because that means you can charge it inside, maybe if you commute with this to work or you're at a friend's house. Very cool, but it's going to get pretty good range. I mean, that's a big battery, and most of all, you're going to get the power you need. If you're a larger person, you'll be able to hop on this thing, twist the throttle, and go. Now, this doesn't offer, a fancy LCD screen. There's no pedal assist settings or anything. It's basically kind of functions like a scooter. I mean, you hop on this thing, you can pedal, and you might notice it's kind of this relaxed seating position where, your legs would kind of come out, more like almost like a reclined seating position, but with upright handlebars. And one of the really cool things about these handlebars is they can be adjusted independently. They can slide up, they can rotate in, so you can really dial in that seating position. Have your hands way up high like a chopper if you want, or kind of down low like this. And that's really cool and fairly unique for any bicycle. Now, you might be wondering about stopping power. When you've got a bike that's really big like this, really sturdy and super powerful, you need to be able to stop. So what we've got are these Avid BB7 oversized disc brakes, front and rear, with these nice Tektro brake levers, and my favorite, a bell integrated right there. It's just so clean. You can see the handlebar setup here, really clean. 7 speeds to choose from. Shimano Acera cassette in the rear right there, beautiful, and a nice chain guard. So this bike has kind of all the makings of just a get on and ride kind of a bike. You could loan it to a friend or whatever, they'd be able to hop right on and no problem. Just press that button, twist the throttle, and it's going to take off. Let me just take another minute here and look at the frame. So this is really unique. A lot of electric bikes sort of have a rear rack that's bolted on or something like that holds the battery. In this case, it's built right onto the fender, really sleek. And I was, kind of banging on it earlier and riding it around. It's very solid. I mean, they've reinforced this fender quite a bit. It's very thick to support that battery. The seat, of course, goes up and down, and they've just got this really unique design here where it cuts right through that top tube. But again, reinforced, gusseted and everything like that. I'm a fan of these pedals that they chose. Sometimes electric bikes have plastic pedals and stuff that you kind of slip off of, but in this case, you got that front fender, rear fender, grippy pedals, so if you were in sort of the rain or something, wouldn't be a problem. You wouldn't have to worry about safety that way. And I like the rims too. I mean, Pedego is known for these oversized Schwalbe tires that offer just sort of extra cush as you're going over bumps and stuff, but give you a solid feeling because the frame is just so integrated. There's no shock. There is a bumper on the seat. There's no shocks, and the tires kind of act like the shock for you, and again help to decrease the weight and keep the bike from feeling like a boat or something. My camera was overheating, so I had to step into the shade for a second here. Let's go out and just give it a try, and you can see what the motor sounds like and check out the power on that thing. So before I actually hop on and give the riding review, I wanted to show what it looks like without the battery pack. Here it is. I've slid it off. And you can actually replace these for about $795. This MSRP is for $35.95 overall for the bike. And there's the fun little kickstand, gives you lots of stability when you park it. And I wanted to call this out. See that disc right there? These brakes are awesome because you can actually tighten the brake pads just by hand. So over time, as you're stopping and you want to basically extrude that pad again and get more stopping power, you don't necessarily need to take it into a shop. Okay, enough already. Let's hop on this thing. I'm here with Brian from Ride More in Ottawa, Canada, and he's going to help me demo this bike and just hop on. I don't mean to be personal, but what do you think you weigh, Brian?
250.
250. Okay, I'm just calling that out because, you know, this bike has a stronger motor. It's definitely designed to have some get up and go. You know, we've already turned the key. We've turned on the bike. This is the battery level right here. Just going to twist the throttle. Hop on and gun it. Sound good? Here we go. Just takes right off. Woo! Fun?
Well, it's not bad.
Okay, now I'm just gonna hop on and pedal it for a little while and see what that's like. Got it in a low gear here, just pedaling along. Feels pretty good. It actually feels pretty lightweight. And I'm switching gears. Not bad. I definitely like the seating position, just kind of cruising along, heads up. Now I'm gonna gun it and see what that's like. Try to hold the camera back there for you. Woo! Cruising. Well, there you go. That's the Ford Supercruiser by Pedego. Tony Ellsworth design on the frame. For more details on this bike, full written review, check out ElectricBikeReview.com. I'll see you there.